Hey there! During the season of staying home, I just wanted to share some beautiful Usborne Books and More resources that our family is using.
School day, we school from about 8 to 1 on and off. We take bathroom breaks, lunch breaks, outdoor nature breaks. And the reason we finish our school day so early is because most of the kids' after school activities start at about 3. And so I like to give the kids a couple of hours of either downtime where they can read or color or paint or work on a bigger project for school or take a walk or something like that before we get into the night's activities. Well, obviously right now in this season of life, there are no activities in the evenings. We're staying home all the time. And so I found really early on that first week, this is week 3, I found out that, gosh, 1 p.m. until all the way to bedtime is a long time. What are we going to do? And so I pulled out some Usborne Books and More activity books and things like that we've been loving, and hopefully you will enjoy too. This is our 300-piece Atlas of the World puzzle, and we have loved doing this. This one has been really, really fun for our family. It comes with the book, so Owen likes to look through the book and look at the flags, and there's different maps and things. So he likes to look through that. And then Annabeth usually works the puzzle. And I like that the pieces are pretty big and pretty easy, I think, to tell what they match, which is perfect because even though Owen's only 4, he can still match several of the pieces and help us with the puzzle. We also have been loving reading through the classic books. This is The Railway Children. We finished it a few weeks ago, but it's got these really beautiful pictures. This story is amazing. I had never ever heard of it, and it's so good, and I'm just really loving that one. We also have been enjoying the Tricky Words to Spell. Spelling was my least favorite subject in school, and I don't know if I've projected that on the kids because neither one of them likes spelling either. It's really great. I know several people who got those to surprise their kids, to tell them where they were going on a surprise vacation. But right now, since we're staying home, it's just kind of fun to look at them and pretend like we're on vacation. Also, I'm loving that we have so many books that reinforce what they're working on at school. So Annabeth is doing multiplication and long division. And so this is a fun practice book for multiplying and dividing. There's also a times tables lift the flat book, and I totally credit that book with her learning her times tables. I know every kid learns differently, but Annabeth is for sure a visual learner, and it was so helpful. She learned them in the car when she was in 2nd grade on a road trip, but lots of fun things to do here with lift the flats. And, oh, here's the times table one right next to it. So that one's fun too. We also really love the books where you move the, whoops. Hello. This is a squirrel's tail, and you've got the little squirrel. He's so cute. And then you work him through the story as you read. So these are great, again, for busy hands. Pull him through the storybook. Whoop. And then you read the story, and then there's a slot on each page for the squirrel to go through. And there's also a mouse about the house, which is the same idea, but different story, and it has a mouse. This is one we've been using a ton during the school day. This is Telling the Time. Owen is in pre-K. He's graduating pre-K in just a few weeks, and so telling time is, of course, part of that. And so this book has been really, really fun. And in this one, Mother is having the children tell the time each hour of the day on the farm. So this page, we move to 1 o'clock. So you move the clock to 1 o'clock. And there's also the half hour. So not a full telling the time, but it's a good start for young readers and people with busy hands. We do tons of read aloud time in our family. Our goal as a family is to spend at least a half an hour outside a day. I say that, which doesn't sound like very much, but I keep it half an hour generalized. Because in the summer, if it's really, really hot, or if the whole day is rainy, or if it's, under 10 degrees, it's hard for me to want to be outside more than half an hour. But days like the spring days we've been having, Saturday and Sunday, the kids were both outside at least 6 hours. So that's our general, but we also read aloud at least 1 hour every day, which ends up often being more than an hour. But this is a book that we've loved reading through, The Forgotten Fairy Tales of Brave and Brilliant Girls. I think that perhaps every family should own this book because it's just really exciting to have books where girls are the hero and they're doing the big important things and they're saving the people, and I love that. I love that everyone has the chance to be a hero, not just Prince Charming. And also for Owen, my son, because not every boy is Prince Charming. I mean, sometimes boys are needing to be a hero in a way that feels relatable to them. And then lastly, the last book that we've really been loving is The Greatest Magician in the world. We love magic. Usually this time of year, we head on down to Nashville, Indiana. We visit the magic store there. We get all of our new tricks for the summer. We learn magic tricks from the magicians there. And this year we can't do that. So the kids have been really enjoying this book from Christmas. So there's a great story that you read. And then there's also all these things you lift and open and tricks to learn and letters to read. The tricks are totally doable. Annabeth taught herself and Owen the tricks on her own, so not a lot of parent intervention needed on those. But yeah, those are just some of the Usborne Books and More books that we have been enjoying. I know that being home all day, especially if you're not used to it, can feel really isolating and it can feel really overwhelming. But I just want to encourage you to do the best you can. Just try to figure out what you're going to do for the next 30 minutes and do it well and do it with as much patience and grace as you can, and then move on to the next 30 minutes. I also wanted to share, I forgot these two. I get overwhelmed in the afternoon. I don't know about you, but when school is done and we've played outside and we've done all the things, there's always this weird time between all the things and dinner, and everyone just kind of seems to lose their mind in my house. So I like to set the kids up with some music playing, and we either do a magic paint book like this one. It just takes a tiny bit of water and a paintbrush. So there's minimal setup, minimal cleanup. They can't make a big mess like if it was, poster paint or something. But yeah, you start with a blank page, you add some color, and voila, you have a beautiful painting. Or I also love our activity books and coloring books. These are really neat, the stained glass books. And we're really enjoying these right now because a lot of neighborhoods around us are doing either the rainbow walk or the teddy bear hunt, and they're putting things out in their front window. And as we've been walking, we've been loving finding rainbows and different, people have written words of encouragement in their windows, and we're all in this together. So those are fun to color and then to share with the world on our front windows. If you walk past our house, you'll see them. So that is just some of what we've been doing. I wanted to be a little bit of an encouragement to you. I'll leave the link to my website in the description box. This one is really great as it shares with us.